Welcome into Chalk Talk Social. Let's get the writing on the board. It is Tuesday, August 26th. We are back at it again with some fan-involved sports coverage. We're going to change it up a little bit from last episode, do some new fan segments that we did not do that we'll kind of keep rolling on. But Iman, my co-host, is here with me again. Iman, what's going on? How we doing?
There it is. I'm having good week, man. School starts tomorrow with students, so that's been kind of a busy day today. Trying to figure out it's going to be super chaotic tomorrow. High schoolers, so just understand it's high schoolers, not elementary, middle school. Whole bunch of grown kids, bunch of them going into their senior year. So that's just been a struggle, but it's cool. I'm ready. I'm excited. Sports all weekend. Sports for the rest of the year. Hey, Austin, I gotta say though. My girl's going to be pretty mad. Podcasting on Monday, watching football on Monday, podcasting on Thursday, watching football on Friday, high school games Saturday, Sunday again. She won't see me until what? February? February. So she's already a little pissed, but it's cool.
It's cool. Hey, you're going to be buying a lot of flowers this NFL season. Lots of flowers. You're going to be making a couple dinners in your free time. You know, little bit of Marvin Gaye, come on.
I got to buy a Shador jersey because she's a Cleveland Browns fan. She's from Cleveland, so I got to get a Shador. Hopefully that'll make her happy. So,
okay, we can do a little bit better than Shador, I think. But, I get the sentiment. Okay, I get the sentiment. If you're going to spend money, right, spend money, spend money on someone that's going to be on the field a little bit, potentially.
For sure.
But you know what? Yeah, hey, speaking of schools back, college is back. College football is back. We had our first game. We'll crack into it in the top 10 in 10. This is going to be our first time doing this, right? So we're going to spend about 10 minutes going over the top 10 kind of headlines from the weekend, what happened in sports. Obviously, football season is wrapped up, right? And like I said, college football is back. So let's just kick it off for the top 10 in 10 from the weekend. Busy weekend, like I said, in the NFL. We got a lot of transactions happening. Arguably, the biggest one is Terry McLaurin inking a new 3-year extension with the Commanders, making sure Jaden Daniels stays in a good way, preventing that sophomore slump that, we saw C.J. Stroud go through last year despite, still having some good weapons. But Terry McLaurin coming off his first big year, first 10-plus touchdown season. He is coming to the age of 30, though, and I think that's where the hesitation came in. But, hats off to McLaurin getting that money, getting the bag. And the Commanders, obviously, that was just a move. You just had to figure out a way to get that deal done. So McLaurin, 3-year extension to stay with the Commanders. Staying with the Commanders, this one kind of came out of nowhere. Brian Robinson traded to the 49ers for a 6th. And when I say it came out of nowhere, it seemed like they were part of last season on good terms. But he is now gone. He is now a 49ers. They add to you got CMC. Isaac Guerrero looked nice last year. Brian Robinson, he wasn't bad. He didn't suck. He struggled at times in some ways that you would think a fella his size wouldn't struggle, similar to A.J. Dillon with the Packers. But, hey, that's a serviceable backup running back right there, especially as we start talking short yardage, goal line. He can still catch the ball. Number 3 from the weekend. This one is fresh off the press. Both of these, Amari Cooper going back to the Las Vegas Raiders, who now he's also going to be joining, like you said, the Browns. Kenny Pickett just got traded over to the Raiders as well for a 5th-round pick with Aiden O'Connell getting that injury that he just sustained. They bring in Kenny Pickett to back up Geno Smith now in Vegas. Kenny's been on this man's just getting thrown around the NFL. He goes from Pitt to Philly to Cleveland to Las Vegas. Now I hope he's buying a lot of 1 month rent lease, leasing a lot of 1-monthers. Woo! So Vegas kind of doing some roster things there, bringing Amari Cooper back. Geno Smith is going to love that one, especially his first season there with Pete Carroll. Number 4 on the docket, another one very fresh off the press. Trey Hendrickson gets a $14 million bump in his pay to stay with the Cincinnati Bengals. Good for him. Bad news for Joe Burrow, though, right? They bolstered the line, but the wrong line. Joe Burrow still going to be fighting for his life back there, as we've kind of seen in preseason, him running around because that O-line just does not know what the hell to do when it comes to protecting a franchise quarterback. So, hey, good for Trey. hey, for me, I know a lot of teams are looking at Trey Hendrickson as a trade package, and now it kind of narrows down to, I bet there's going to be a lot more eyeballs and rumors swirling around Micah Parsons now with Hendrickson officially off the market until next season, but with the whole tag stuff and everything, this was pretty much seals it. He's probably no tag stuff. He's gone next year, but he's also going to make 31 next year, and who knows at that point, he's still producing like a monster. His time to pressure and quarterback hit rate, I don't know. He something like that. He is producing at the top of football, even at the age 30 season. And then number 5, the Minnesota Vikings, planning for a little bit of a J.J. McCarthy contingency plan, perhaps. Not really. They only did bring in Carson Wentz, and they traded Sam Howell to Philly for a 5th and a 7th. But they bring in Carson Wentz, the once heralded MVP candidate for a half a season in Philly, lands himself a backup job to J.J. McCarthy with Kevin O'Connell in Minnesota. So see how that plays out. I mean, Carson Wentz, nothing to really be excited about there. But, neither was Sam Howell. And honestly, if I had to pick one of the two for my backup quarterback, probably going to...
it's bad for us. It's bad.
Hey, they're praying for JJ McCarthy's health, right? So for me, as a TJ Hawkinson owner in fantasy football, with my as my keeper in the 10th round, I'm very excited about it, right? Again, they're gonna want McCarthy to stay healthy. We know he's a dump off merchant. We saw it a lot in Michigan. He can run the ball and he can do some short yard, medium yard stuff. I'm excited about my TJ Hawkinson 10th round keeper pick for this fantasy football season. I'll kick it over to you, Iman. Let's finish up the top 10 and 10. What do we got in the back half?
All right. In the back half, we are moving on to 6. College football is back. And the first game that everybody was watching was 2 ranked teams. Number 17, Kansas State Wildcats versus Matt Campbell's Iowa State Cyclones. And I don't want to say it's an upset, but Iowa State took the win 24-21. And I must say, initially when I was watching the game, it kind of started slow because it's a lot of hype around the quarterback from Kansas State. I'm not sure if everybody's real hip to this kid, Avery Johnson. He's a big dual threat guy, which he was getting a lot of actual Heisman implications early because he can throw, which he had a good game throwing, but it just wasn't enough on defense to stop Iowa State. Matt Campbell gets his 100th win as a head coach, and 4-1 in the last 5 games versus top 25 teams. I was just telling somebody the other day, Big 12 doesn't really have big name coaches, but I can promise you, Matt Campbell will get the first SEC or Big 10 job opening before Prime. And remember, everybody, I said that Coach Prime will not get a job before Matt Campbell because everywhere he goes, he wins. He turns programs around. I mean, he does a hell of a job recruiting. Iowa State, let's be clear. Nobody wants to go there.
Nobody.
All right. Listen, I don't even know where it's at, but he wins everywhere he goes. So I'm excited to see where he'll go this year. Hopefully, he can win Big 12 this year. I don't know. It might be a little tough because I think Arizona State will be good again this year and Colorado, but we'll see how the season stacks up. All right, moving on to baseball. We talked about it last week. We knew it was coming. You knew it was coming. Everybody knew it was coming. Cal Raleigh recently broke the Major League single season home run record for a primary catcher who was held by Salvador Perez in 2021, I think. Now, this is the thing. We have a lot of games left. How far will he get in this record? I think, and I want to throw it out there, but I think he'll get to 60. Now, he will have to go on an unbelievable fourth quarter, which you would think his body would kind of be getting wore down towards the end of the year, being playing catcher at a high level and been hitting at a high level. But I want to say I'm going to take the over on 59. I'm going to take the over on 59. So if there's anybody out here, FanDuel people want to put a bet in, I'm taking the over on 59. So we'll see where he ends.
I'm saying 57. If it matters, I'm saying 57.
So you're going under 59.
I think they're going to start sitting him a little bit, right? If they feel like they're a good spot, maybe a little bit more rest for Cal. Once they see the X on the schedule, like, hey, they're in the playoffs or the Y, whatever it is, it's like, hey, we're making it, whatever it is. I think they're start sitting a little bit.
Remember, we talked about that MVP run though. You
That's
think
true.
that'll affect that MVP? I mean,
I don't. Either way, I'm right there. I'm saying 57 because I think he's going to start getting a little bit more rest on the stretch, especially if they see that they're like, we're in the playoffs, we made it. That said, it's the Mariners. They always play us up to the last minute of trying to get into the playoffs. Yeah. So if that's the case, he'll probably won't get much rest, and then 59 becomes far more realistic. But hey, Big Dumpy, he might just start hitting 2 a game every other day. You just never know with him.
Let's go get it. Hey, let's go get it. All right, number 8 on the list. The Brewers are cooling off. We seen it, but they are 4-6 in the last 10 games. The gap between second place has narrowed to like 4.5 in the NL and 3.5 overall. We talked about it, that I think they went on a fast streak. And you know, everything's up and down, roller coaster in pro sports, but they're going to have to get it together. Because remember, I told you, October's coming, and I told you, I think October is going to really show what this team is. So they're going to have to get it together soon, and I mean soon, because this is looking bad. 4.5 games, that's a little scary to me.
It is. Hey, get the cold stuff out now. Scary. Get the cold sweats out now.
Yeah, that's a little scary to me. I mean, because now that will kind of be the biggest fall from grace ever, though. If they end up falling out of first place, are you firing the manager?
Hey,
can I ask you that, Austin?
Hey, you watch your damn mouth right now.
I'm being honest. Is it a fireable offense?
I don't think so. But what it is he's running himself out of the manager of the year contention. I'll say that. You know, as many of these pancakes as he keeps pulling out of his back pocket and eating during the games. Look, I think Pat Murphy is the right manager for this team. He's got that 1982 Harvey Wallbanger Brewer type vibe going right now. He brings that presence, that aura, and gritty dude. Guys love playing for him. And this season is, look, again, like we said last week, no one expected this when we came into it. Nobody. You know, everyone thought Cubs were running away with this one. Brewers probably a close second around there. Probably, you know, finding the way, you know, not wild card, but maybe he's just slightly better. I think Pat Murphy's still really young in his tenure, and he's done some incredible things, right? He's also been blessed with an amazing hitting coach, amazing pitching coach, and the pitching's kind of been letting him down right now. We're not seeing good pitching at all from this Brewers staff. That Cubs series was bad.
Horrendous.
Yeah, I think he's right now slipping on manager of the year type of conversation like he got last year, but not fireable. I can't go that far yet. If we get boosted from the first round of the playoffs, you know, I still don't think so. But also then it's going to be a little bit, you're going to, my phone's going to be offline for a week perhaps.
Yeah, a first round exit. We'll see. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. We're praying not. But a first round exit, this is going to look a little shaky. And since we're on baseball, we're talking left field here, and I'm talking far left field. Because anytime this guy starts speaking about sports, I'm not sure who's talking to him or what he's talking about, but at 9, our president, your president, the United States president, Donald Trump, is insisting that Roger Clemens should be in a Hall of Fame of 2025. Where do we stand on steroids now? And one thing I can say, this is a rare occasion that I agree with Mr. Trump. But my thing is, I tell people all the time, if Roger Clemens was on steroids pitching, would you think they was on hitting the balls? I'm just being honest. Yeah, I mean, everybody at that time was on the juice. So I feel like if he had, and granted, let's be clear, I tell people all the time, before Barry Bonds really got on juice, he was a Hall of Famer. Before Roger Clemens was even thought about getting on steroids, he was a Hall of Famer. You can really go down the line of everybody who's in that steroids era. A lot of them who are they keeping out of the Hall of Fame were Hall of Fame players before. So really, what's the big deal?
Yeah,
what's the big deal?
Look, I hate meshing politics with sports, but you know, when anytime steroid era baseball can come back and we can talk about steroid era baseball, god dang it, we're going to do it, because that was awesome, right? That
the greatest.
It was like bring it back. I know they got this like Olympic league now where it's like juiced up athletes doing stuff, and Bet we're gonna have to cover that, and I'm gonna be watching that. I can't wait. I need to know what that's gonna produce for us. But look, like you said, I think Barry Bonds is the greatest example. He was an incredible hitter. What does steroids have to do with being able to actually put wood on ball? Nothing. It helps you recover, helps you put a little bit of extra mustard behind that thing, but it does not make you have better eye-hand coordination. It does not help you hit a curveball that's sinking 12-6 like that. That's not what steroids do. Like, and, Pete Rose with the gambling stuff's a little different. Actually, he's still got to be in the Hall of Fame. He's still one of the greatest.
Yeah, I mean, and especially now that gambling is such a big deal in sports now. And granted, you don't bet on your own team. We get it. But back then, I mean, come on. Yeah. I mean, come on. You cannot leave him out. He just done so much for the game. And he's still a big name to this day that nobody even cares.
Yeah, no, I'm all about it. I want, again, I grew up in the era with Chris Berman calling the home run derby, the back. That was it. That's all he did. I don't need any of this. That home run was 413.734 feet long. Like, I don't need that. I need Chris Berman screaming obscenities that don't make sense with chains rattling. I want to hear the chains rattling and Mark McGwire sending them over the green monster. Like, that's what, it was beautiful. And it was simpler times. And the format was amazing. Anytime we got dudes just jacking baseball, right? Baseball fans love it. You know what baseball fans don't love? 1-0 games. Yeah, they go by quick, but like nothing is as the home run is one of the most electric things in baseball. I don't care how we get there. So I'm all for it. I say, Clemens, I can see how maybe as a pitcher with recovery and in their specific role, how steroids might be more of a impactful than maybe a hitter, because like I said, hitting with home runs, sure, but it doesn't help you put the bat to ball. As a pitcher, with recovery, now that and adding a little bit of MPH to your fastball, I could see where maybe there's a few extra layers to that one, where steroids with a pitcher might be a little bit more than just a hitter with home runs and power and same recovery, but with a pitcher, I feel like it might impact a little more. I don't know. Everyone in the steroid era who was great, throw them in the Hall of Fame. God dang it! It was a great era of baseball. I don't think you're going to find a fan say, that sucked. I hated that. Maybe, but I doubt it. And so,
no, you're not going to find anybody. I mean, you may get a right fighter who's all the health. And listen, if they want to put their life on the line to entertain us, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just okay with it. I tell people all the time, I think steroids should be tests and stuff, testosterone. Yeah, certain things should be a part of sports because it helps heal the body. And why do we not want our superstars available? That's the biggest thing about sports. We want our superstars available. We want our superstars 100% all year long. So I'm for it.
Let's find a balance. Let's find a balance between that and Lawrence Taylor ripping cocaine lines on the sideline. Let's find a healthy balance that improves quality of game and all this fun stuff.
Him and Michael Irvin. Irvin was in the White House.
Hey.
Gosh almighty.
Doing a little funny business, but gosh darn it, the product was fantastic.
Yes. So we're moving on to the last thing of the top 10. We are going to move on to a legendary female tennis player, one of the greatest tennis players, one maybe top 10 of all time. Venus Williams lost in 3 sets to Caroline Marchova. And to me, I watched the whole game. I kind of think she gave her second set. So the first set, she went down 6-3. And the second set, Venus won 6-2. I think she was kind of, paying homage to a legend because it was clear that Venus lost a step. She lost a little power. I mean, in her serve, she's lost a little power in her forehand and backhand. I just think it's not even close. But I'm wondering, why is she still playing at 45? Like, she's not signed to Nike anymore. I can't remember the last time she even won a match. And with me, because I kind of came up, I'm a little younger than Venus. I won't tell my whole age, but a few younger years than Venus. Yeah, a few years younger. But I just remember when I was younger, watching her and her sister come up, and it was just like the greatest thing ever. Them, Tiger, doing something different that we wasn't used to seeing Black athletes doing and being successful in it. But this part of her career is kind of like watching Muhammad Ali lose. when he's just fighting way too long. I think LeBron should go away at the top. It's like Michael Jordan in Washington. We don't want to see that. We want to get our legends and have that memory of them from when they were on top. So it was kind of a hard watch today. And I mean, I literally watched the first serve to the last, and I was kind of disappointed that she's still out there. And I get it. She makes a lot of money off. So just being more visible helps her brands and everything she got going on outside of tennis. But I just hate to see her lose. Yeah. And I mean, the girl was ranked 11 in the world, so she's not the greatest, but she's not the worst. But she had pity on her in the second set. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, and it's like they got that athlete itch. They try to give it up. They say they're done, and then it's like, I got to do it. Like, remember Tom Brady retired for 14 seconds, and he was in the stadium as a fan watching once. He's like, this sucks. I got to get back on the field. And like you already said, with this whole thing and reading into it slightly, it just reminds me of Tiger coming back from all these injuries and being old as dirt, and then you see him out there just struggling to walk up and down the course, and like, man, this sucks. Oh, like no one wants to watch that, and you want to root for him so bad. Then you just like see him just kind of dragging and just stumbling along. Just man, sometimes when it comes knocking, it comes knocking, and yeah, like you said, I think with Venus, it's come knocking.
And I start to think, are they going broke? Dude, when I see people, when I see these athletes still performing at this age, all the money you made, why are you still playing at this age when you clearly not going to win? But are you broke? I'm not sure if your finances might need a little jump. I don't know. The speculation. Yeah. Allegedly. Yeah, allegedly.
All right. Yeah. Hey, allegedly. Hey, we ran. I don't know how the PTI guys did it. We ran over the 10 minutes for top 10 and 10, but that was good. That's fine. Maybe it's top 10 and 20. But that was fine. That's kind of the recap from the week. And you know what? Again, like last week, let's get into our next thing here. Right. Let's kick right into it. We're gonna do our very first trivia segment with a fan. So again, this is the most fan-involved sports coverage out there, right? And we're gonna keep having fans on every show we can. So sign up, let us know, DM us if you want to come on, join the show. We're here for it. You let us know what you want to do, what you want to participate in. This Tuesday, we are going to get a fan joining, and we're going to do a bit of trivia. So let's bring on the fan for this episode, Tanner Fermonic. He's coming to join us from Arizona. Tanner, hey, what's up, guy?
How are we doing, guys? I might still be muted. Do you have me muted, Austin?
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah,
good. First off, I just want to say I love the chemistry that you two have. That was so fluid. The fact that you guys go through all the sports, and you guys actually have unique takes other than the mainstream media. And so that was the first time I've seen you guys go live, and it was absolutely incredible, and excited to see where you guys take this. But yeah, I've known Austin now for about 7-8 years. We met at our job at Wingcraft and became friends quickly through our love of the Packers, Brewers, sports in general. I think we annoyed everyone with our fantasy football talk and NFL draft talk. But one thing that I know is that Austin is heck of a dude, and he knows sports like no other. And so when he asked me to come on today, I was really appreciative and excited to come on with you guys.
Well, I appreciate you buttering us up a little bit. Just you're probably not going to come on and kick our ass in this trivia. Because, man, knowing you, I can't think of a better person to come on and do some trivia. You know way too much, more than you should. So I'm a little nervous how this is going to go, right? And like I wanted to allude to, man, we're going to do 10 questions. If you can do 5 plus, and if you can answer 5 or more first, or 5 or more before me and Iman do, we'll award you a take token to come back whenever you want to talk sports. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous. I feel like I'm kind of smart. I know Iman's smart, but I know you just got some weird – you got that weird smart to it. So this is going to be fun.
We're all blessed with different things, and for whatever reason, the only thing that I can ever remember or recall is sports knowledge. And so I told Austin this before, though. This is going to be the episode where I get embarrassed and I go 1 for 10 and you guys kick my butt. But you know what? I'm going to give it my best shot. And,
Pressure.
No
Yeah,
pressure,
pressure.
right? Ice in our veins.
All right.
We're gonna see what we got
So how-
here. And
You'll do fine. I mean, obviously, it's gonna make me and him look bad if we can't answer these questions, and we'll see how this goes. We're gonna be good. So if you know the answer, blurt it out. It's gonna be the easiest way to do it. Blurt it out. If there's a tiebreaker, the person who doesn't answer, the two people who don't answer first, can just give an honest response. Who got it first? I'm not taking it light on you, Tanner. Hell no. But let's kick this off. Whenever this first question pops on screen, whoever can answer it first. Don't start saying shit before you read the whole question though. Once you know it, say it. So whenever the first question comes on screen, say the answer, and then we're just gonna keep going until all 10 questions are done. All right. So I'm ready. First question: were they drafted? Was Shannon Sharp drafted?
Yes.
Yes.
Seventh
Were
round.
they drafted?
Yeah. Were they drafted? Shannon Sharp. Yeah, he was drafted. I answered that first, right?
Yeah. I was kind of confused. Like, I was thinking they were thinking which round because I'm like, yeah, he was drafted.
He was 7th round, right? And he was out of
Savannah State. Yep, Savannah State.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that's one for the good guys. I don't know how we're gonna track this down, but that's one for the good guys. All right, Iman, we're up. All right, next question: were they drafted? Is that Taylor Heineke?
No.
Is that Taylor Heineke? That's Taylor Heineke, ain't it? No. Is that Chase Daniels?
No. Is that what's his name from North Dakota State?
Chase Daniels. Is that a Chase Daniels?
Is that the guy from North Dakota State that was after Carson Wentz?
Number 6 on the Chargers. Who is that? Is that Taylor Heineke? No, he was 14.
For whatever reason, I had the guy from North Dakota State in my head.
Yeah, it might be Cam. Yeah, Cam. I forgot his last name.
Chargers quarterback. Let's see. Who is that guy? It's not Heineke. It's not Chase Daniel.
Is that number 6? That was
whoever just knows the answer to this question or who the F this player is might just win.
Does that say number 6? Am I wrong, or is that a different?
Yeah,
number?
that says number 6. Heineke was 4 for them. Who is that?
My only thought process was the guy from North Dakota State, and I could be totally wrong.
What was it?
He was like
what was his
rounder,
name?
so I'd be wrong then.
What was his name?
I can't think of his name, but
Cam.
he was like a 6'2" quarterback.
Yeah, Cam something.
Yeah,
because Eric Kendricks was number 6 for them a little bit ago.
3 years ago, probably, because then he went back to the Cowboys. 2 years ago?
Something like that. Let's see who the hell is this guy?
Does anyone get a point here? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if we was guessing, we thought it was Taylor Heineke, so I guess we can say and see. That's why I say he's not even on their roster because DJ is on their roster, Trey Lance and Taylor Heineke. So this had to be a year before because he's not on their roster right now.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't even know who this guy is. It's not. I think whoever answered the question, who he is, gets the winner on this one. Who wore?
Can you give me the year before you say it?
I don't know. I'm gonna try to find this one out though. You got Kendricks, Denzel Perryman, Dustin Hopkins wore number 6 for them. Who else is this? I don't know.
I'm so curious about what year this is.
Yeah,
I'm just curious who the hell this is. Yeah, I think we're going to come back to this one. All right, this one's officially chalking up to a tie. We're all stupid. All right. Anyways, what?
I was just going to say, if he was from North Dakota State, can I get half a point on that?
Is it Cam Miller? Is that his name?
That's why I said Cam, but I couldn't remember the last name of him. But yeah.
I think Cam Miller is the guy.
I'm guessing
there. I don't know.
2019-ish, 2020, like after that Carson Wentz era, and then he had 2 years stint at North Dakota State. You should know North Dakota State if he was.
Yeah, no, I messed this one. All right, let's go to number 3 because we're both out. We're all out. All right. Team overseas, who knows? Team. Jesus,
yeah,
that was. That's
good.
Is this the Stafford trade?
Yep.
Is this the Matt Stafford? This is definitely the Matt Stafford trade. All right. Yeah, that's man. That trade. Wow. You think about that trade. Now I got to remember who Tanner. You got to know who do they get with these picks?
One of them was Jahmyr Gibbs. One of them was so Jahmyr Gibbs would have been 2023 correct?
Yeah.
And then
2022 first.
Would that have been?
They got the DB. I know for sure they picked the DB up that following year. I can't remember his name either.
They got Terry Oliver. Oh, was that Aiden Hutchinson or
no,
Jameson Williams?
He was
Jameson
in,
Williams.
Oh, that was J-Mo because they trade.
Yeah.
Yep.
They got the second first-round pick, and then they used it on Jameson Williams.
And then didn't they
in
move
2022?
Didn't they move back
Right?
and then somehow it turned into Jack Campbell too? They always put this up, and it's like they put
they did the.
I think
It was Gibbs. It was Gibbs and Campbell were in the same year. I'm pretty sure, and then Hutchinson, J-Mo were in the same year. I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
Man, what a damn draft Lions. Woo! They got those right.
So,
all right.
Would you take knowing that you get a Super Bowl? Would you still do that trade if you're the Rams, though?
For sure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sure.
Exactly. If you're giving up a lot, but you still
for sure. If I'm an ex-Dallas Cowboy fan, listen, I don't care. If we got a Super Bowl, we could have traded my mama. I would have gave my mom up. I would have gave my mom up for a Super Bowl. I would have gave my mom up for a Super Bowl. Yes.
Did you say ex-Dallas Cowboys fan?
Yes, no longer. I'm a Baltimore Ravens fan. No longer. Mm-hmm. Last year I left.
Found the light.
I can't do it anymore. Never, ever. I burned my Dak jerseys. I got a Zeke jersey. I got to burn a CD. But I'm over. Yes, I'm over.
And two questions. One,
blessings.
Lucky enough with my job, I've worked with the Ravens right now. So if you're ever heading out there, maybe we can get some tickets and go to a game together.
Woo, sounds good. Yeah, sounds good.
Two, have you watched the Dallas Cowboys documentary on Netflix?
No, I won't watch it. What they're trying to do is like that ex-girlfriend that cheated on you who want to call you 5 years later and reminisce about old shit. I don't want, no. Leave me alone. I lived through that era though, so I'm in my 40s, Tanner. So I was 10, 11 around that time. So I seen it with my own eyes, but I'm not gonna watch it because it just makes me mad that we gotta live 30 years ago. Like I don't want to do that. I don't want to
pull off the Band-Aid. Pull it off.
All right. Hey, we're happy for Iman. Let's go to the next question. What is this? Someone receives outfielder Juan Ramirez and $16 million. Team 2 receives Franklin Perez, Daz Cameron, Jake Rogers.
Orioles?
Daz Cameron.
I don't know.
Daz Cameron.
Royals?
Who the hell's Daz Cameron? Jake Rogers. Oh, I feel like Daz Cameron's the giveaway here. Maybe Juan Ramirez should be the giveaway. Tanner, what's your final? Iman, you got a guess on this one?
Not at all. Me neither. I don't have a guess.
This one's tripping me
up. Did you get
up.
both teams right or just one?
No, you got to guess who the first team is. The question mark. We're filling in the question mark here.
I'm gonna say, who the player is or who the team is.
Who the team is that? Okay, the team that received Juan Ramirez and $16 million is.
I'm gonna go with the New York Mets.
Okay. Neither it is the Iman. You got a final guess?
Nah.
The answer?
Yeah, I would have said the Mets too, but I'll let them have it.
It was the Astros. And Daz Cameron. Let me double check because Daz Cameron is he the son of Mike Cameron? Is that why he's just ringing a bell for some reason? Because Daz Cameron.
Can you tell me what year this was?
Brewers? Wasn't Daz Cameron in a Brewers uniform at some point?
The only reason the Mets was because one, they're still paying whatever, I forget his name, but they're still paying him $2 million a year, and so I thought maybe they needed some $16 million to get in an MLB trade is very interesting.
This is Daz Cameron.
Well, he's played for a few teams.
From the Astros. He's on the Brewers right now. Okay, he's on the Brewers right. Daz Cameron is a Brewer right now. So yeah, he started his career with Detroit. He was traded from Houston, goes to Detroit.
He went to Oakland at one point. He was in Oakland at one point.
And now he's just been
what year was this?
2019, 2018 and 2019, something around there.
I was hoping it was longer because that makes me feel bad because I should know like 2015 and up. I feel like, but
well, now we are we got two that we have no idea. We got here the final piece 2017. This was the final pieces of Verlander deal with Detroit and Houston. Okay. Interesting. We've learned something today, and we've learned that we're being stumped so far. It's 1-1. It's 1-1 through 4 questions. Somebody hit me. Next question. Man, we got smoked on those two.
Atlanta.
I received Brett Favre.
Wow.
No, Jets.
Rogers reads 2009. Oh, shit. We could have caught him. It was the Jets. Yeah, 2009. Man,
I saw Brett Favre to trade, and I just go to Atlanta.
Man, I was reading quick. I gotta sharpen up. Yeah, 2009. That would have been the Jets. Man. All right, good for you, Tanner. That one.
Austin, do you remember what you were doing when Brett Favre got traded to the Jets? Because I remember our whole middle school, the teachers were crying. It felt like it was like something crazy happened in the world, and it was Brett Favre being traded, and about 90% of the fan base was ready to tear down Aaron Rodgers and ready to tear down Ted Thompson, Mike McCarthy, and it was an ugly scene there for Rodgers. People forget for the first 6 months.
So y'all didn't know he was that good? Y'all didn't know he was prolific?
Who, Aaron?
Yeah, I think he has one of the greatest arms I've ever seen in the NFL.
You got to think back. Tanner and I would have been about 7th, 8th grade-ish at that point. So Rodgers was drafted like 04. I would have been like literally 4th, 5th grade. I remember it. And then, I remember all the then, what is today's boomers back then, all the clips of them at the facility, at the practice facility, booing Aaron Rodgers, saying, all this junk about the team because they drafted him with Favre and how dare you. It's almost like with Jordan Love, the whole Jordan Love situation before the OG, when we say the history repeats itself with the Packers, with the quarterback room, quite literally did with Jordan Love. But look, Rodgers, remember, he had a weird throwing motion when he came in. It wasn't what it has become. But yeah, now he is arguably, him and Marino, Mahomes, probably the 3 most actual talented passers in football of all time. And this is why it's one of those things now. You just gotta, trades are it's so reactionary, oh, this sucks, this is great. But it's sometimes you gotta give those things 2 years sometimes
and watch it.
Sure as hell you'll get a Super Bowl out of it. Awesome. Not enough, but you at least got one.
One thing on that too is I feel like with the social media era we're in now, we get these constant updates from beat reporters and we get the social media clips. Back in 2009, I feel like it was limited. And I feel like it was also a little skewed just with the narrative. Favre was a legend and Rodgers was incredibly talented. Everyone knows that they thought he was going to be a top 5 pick and he had a ton of talent, but Favre was basically the president of Green Bay and he could do no wrong. Yeah. Even though we've seen that he has done wrong, but
even though he did a lot wrong, he did a lot of wrong.
I know we talked about a Netflix documentary earlier, but holy cow!
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next question. We are a couple through. Let's go. Now this is going to be this Giants. Chargers. Chargers get. So team 1 is the Giants, though, right? Is team 1 the Giants?
Yeah.
Team 1 is the Giants because is that not?
That's Eli Manning.
But that was Eli Manning, Phillip Rivers trade, was it not?
Yes, you're right.
Yep, they were swapped.
So they were swapped.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, so good guys.
Are we
good guys
2-2 or are we
2-1? It's 2-2.
And see, I'd be wondering if they want us to say the player that they received.
That's what I was going to say. The player.
Team 1 received. But either way, you said it, Austin.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. Team 1. Oh,
I said Eli.
Yeah, that would have been Eli Manning. You did say Eli. I said Giants.
Yeah, so
Iman.
Oh, but my bad,
Tiebreaker.
Austin. I figured I would have gave it to you because you said Giants, but because we've been saying teams.
I knew I liked you, man. I knew I liked you.
All right. I think we get the point. I think we know it was Giants and Eli Manning. We were all in agreement. So I think we should get that point, right, Tyler? You're thinking
I don't know.
Point sideliner?
Sideliner.
Ah, sorry. All right. Sorry, Tanner.
It's all good.
Next question. Wait, yeah, it's 3-2. All right, next question.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah.
I didn't even look at the screen yet. All right, Tanner, good one. So we got two. Tanner's got 3. Jadeveon and Clowney, man, talk about a guy who decent career. Not what you thought it was going to be by any stretch of the imagination, though. So South Carolina, first round pick, 2014, first overall, Jadeveon. So Tanner, you're up 3-2. That's 5 questions. 6. We're 7 in. We got 3 more.
Yeah, I gotta pull my weight. Yeah, I gotta pull my weight here. I gotta pull my weight.
Tanner's saying answer before me is reading the question. All right, next question. First round pick, 2007 quarterback, LSU.
The Raiders. Yeah, I was about to say Jamarcus Russell. Yeah.
God dang,
Raiders,
quick with it.
Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, man, it's hard, man.
Mr. From his butt.
Yeah, Mr. doesn't watch film.
Exactly. He's a bum.
Man, but golly, could he flick some leather far. That's about it.
You talk about just pure arm strength, maybe top 3 all time.
You know what's kind of reminded me of Jamarcus Russell these days is Anthony Richardson. Can throw the ball a quarter mile, but that's kind of it right now.
Couldn't throw it in the ocean. Couldn't hit the receiver in the ocean.
Couldn't hit the ocean.
No.
Couldn't hit the ocean. All right, 4-2. Tanner, you might be walking away.
Yeah, you're running away from it.
All right, we got to win this one. 1989. Troy Aikman.
Yeah, that's a good call. I was just watching. We just talked about that.
And I'm just the resident old Cowboy fan. I should have been on top of that.
Hey, old man, need you to come.
I mean, you win, I win. You win, I win. So it's all good.
Hey, we are. That's 7. We're 9 questions in right now. So either we tie or Tanner just outright beats us. So we got to get this one. We got to get this last question. Oh boy, come on! What is it? Talk to me.
Julian Edelman.
Where they drafted? Was Julian Edelman drafted?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes, 7th round pick.
No. We sure?
Yes.
Let's go to New York. Let's check out what New York has to get. Shit, was he drafted? Julian Edelman was drafted by the Patriots with pick 232. God
damn it!
Dang.
Yeah, we lost.
We lost. Man, that's making us look like rookies, man. Good work, Tanner. That's Tanner. Good. You officially win first fan trivia segment. You win by the score of 5-3, and we both got stumped twice because who the hell knows who that Chargers quarterback was? Yeah. I can't wait to find out who that was. But Tanner, good stuff, man. I mean, you are quick. You haven't lost your touch. It seems like very quick with it. And so, what we're gonna do for you, Tanner, because you have won and you have stumped us on this one, we're going to award you our very second token for you to come back on the show whenever you want to come back on the show. And I know you're going to be coming back on the show to talk about the Packers one day. And
I know Dontavian Wicks.
Yeah, president of Dontavian Wicks Club, fan club, Tanner Formanek. Tanner, as a bonus gift for you just winning that, because, gosh, that was good. I want you to roll into our second fan segment. This is going to be a new one now, and I know you can pull it off. A minute monologue. We're going to call it the minute monologue. I want you to rant for 1 minute straight, and then Iman and I are going to give our little feedback, and I hope we can challenge whatever the hell you're about to say, but also maybe not. Tanner, when you are ready, as your second winning, hit us with your minute monologue, whatever hot take, contentious take, BS you got to tell us. Let's hear it. You got a minute to spew it.
Love it. All right. So my hot take, I don't know if it's a hot take, but the college players should only get 1 free transfer before they have to sit out a year. We see players sitting for, transferring 3-4 times. And my big thing is you have no sense of alumni. You have no sense of home. So for the player, it stinks. 2, let's talk about the academics. Most of the time, you don't have all those credits transfer, and then you're not able to graduate, so it hurts a player on that end, too. And then 3, the fans itself, how are they able to build that relationship with the players and have unity and, just there's that alumni, alma mater, there's that connection to the team, and those players that come back 30 years from now, 20 years from now. And it becomes one of those things now where I know it's becoming a
10
business.
seconds.
Go get paid. Go get your money. I totally agree on that. And maybe it becomes one of those things where it's a 2-year contract with NIL or a 3-year contract. And I don't know how you work that in, but I also think that it hurts the player, it hurts the school, and it hurts the fans. Outside of a coach leaving, a player having personal family stuff going on, which can be reviewed, and let's use the common sense rule where, all right, if something happens with a player's family and it's like, all right, he needs to go back home, he needs to play for them, I get that. But otherwise, you get one free transfer, which I think is reasonable. Something does go right, you don't get along with your coach, you don't get along with your position coach, whatever it may be, you get one free transfer. But after that, it goes back to the old rules. You can sit out 1 year and you're redshirted like you were back in the day. And it to me, that eliminates this state of every single year the same players entering the transfer portal.
Yep.
And for me, as someone who loves scouting players too, going bouncing around from school to school to see how they develop, it's hard. And so I think
Tanner,
from the player standpoint, fans and coaches,
2 minutes. You're cut off. I'm getting a damn whistle for this next time. I'm trying to give you the whoop, whoop,
And I
whoop,
gotta disagree with you though, Tanner. Listen. You've been doing an awesome job on this show, but you leaving on the bad note. So I played college receiver. I had 3 coaches in 2 years. One coach left mid-season for a better job. We played well. The end of that season, we did well. He left for another job. And you know, when I played early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, you had to get a release to even think about transferring. So every new coach that came in knew that I was the wide receiver one. They wasn't letting me go. I would have had to sit out. So I feel like if coaches can just fucking pick up and leave and go get more money and get a better job or don't want to deal with the team anymore, kids should be able to do it as many times as possible. Because if I played in this era, I played receiver. So if my quarterback wasn't good, I'm gone. And then I get to the next team. If the offensive coordinator is not good, I'm getting my ass out of there. So I just say I disagree because coaches can just pick up and leave. Like I said, in 2 years, I had 3 different coaches. That's not even including the coordinators. I don't even want to talk about them. But I had 3 different head coaches in 2 years. So if they can do it, athletes should be able to do it.
But Iman, can I say one thing on that is I agree with you. You get that one free transfer. And the landscape of college football is changing. So I know that coaches are leaving, coordinators are leaving. But you know what happens if you're a big-time player at a D1 school and you're going to the NFL? There's a good chance in the NFL your coach is going to leave or your offensive coordinator is going to leave if you guys are successful. Your head coach is going to leave. There might be a little adversity. But I think that builds a little fire, and you got to prove yourself. And I think that builds the man who he is. You get one free transfer, and it's a
Tanner. That's kind of overrated, and I'm not going to go super on for it. I think that's kind of overrated because when you play certain positions, who your coaches are, what system you're in, all that matters. And the last thing I'll say, because I coach sports now, these college coaches play a dirty ass game. They'll promise you at the moon and the stars, and then when you get there, it'd be a total. And every coach does that. So when I want to go transfer my free transfer, when I get there, it's going to be other people trying to say the same thing. Hey, we can bring you this. I don't agree with adversity because you need a good system. I always needed a quarterback. And no matter how good I was, I don't care. I ran a 4.2. I could jump 42 inches. If I didn't have a quarterback, which I did in my second year, it doesn't matter who I am. It doesn't matter who I am. And he was Anthony Richardson. I mean, I could fart the ball further than he could throw it, but neither here nor there. So yeah.
Tanner, give your final point on this one, Tanner.
So I agree with you to an extent there, 100%. I think that, there's external factors, and maybe that becomes a part of it where even if the OC leaves or position coach leaves, then it can be reviewed. But I also think, too, though, that I've coached baseball and I've been involved within coaching in college level too, and it's a dog-eat-dog world. The players should come first. and they really, really should. But don't you think we lose a little bit of that like family, and then don't you think like
For sure.
the academics matter too? So like you get that one you get that one free transfer, but then it's you got to do your research. Who are the coaches in play? How long have they been there? How long have they worked? What's the athletic director like? What's their GM of recruiting like, which everyone has now? What is the landscape of this university? Can I trust them? And that's why you got to be very particular about where you go. And you got to know, what's the quarterback there? What's the quarterback situation? Because I said you get one free transfer. So you got to know where you're looking at. And so,
For sure.
and maybe it's not even just you get one free transfer, but maybe it's and I think the players ultimately have been left behind for many years, and I'm glad they're getting paid now, and I'm glad they're able to transfer. But do you disagree that there has to be a limit at some point? Like, should a player be able to transfer 4 years back to back to back to back?
Nope. I disagree with it. I mean, I don't trust those type of players, but I just think the business of it now, like literally I had to call home and borrow $20 from my mom. So I feel like if I play well this year and another school want to pay me more money than this school's paying me, guess what? The NFL's not guaranteed. I'm just a kid from the hood. I'm going to go get that money right now. So I think that should be available for those kids because only 2% of them make the NFL. So you got to think the rest of them go get that money.
And you weren't in that NIL landscape either. And so you were left short of all that stuff. And so you were screwed. You had to sit out. And so you probably have a dirty taste in your mouth. And I think that if you played in today's game, you'd get paid to get that money and you'd say, hey, where's the best spot? You got to be strategic with that too. Because like you said, if it's a stepping stone job for that coach, you know he's leaving. If he gets to 9-10 wins, he's leaving. And that is one of my things where if a coach leaves, it can be an OC leaves. Maybe we can talk about position coach. Then it's free reign. You can go transfer. I agree with that 100%. And like this is
going to be one of the more contentious topics ever since NIL got rolled out. This is not going to get smoothed out. And NCAA, as corrupt as an organization as they are, and how many problems they got, and how just they seem to not know how to get shit right, especially on important stuff. It's hard to find a good in-between with this because they have turned college football into a total business for the players, for the coaches. It is becoming strictly the minor leagues of the NFL at this point. It's my take is that eventually it's just going to be the Big Ten and the SEC. It's going to be the AFC versus the NFC in terms of just how college football is working, like we saw with Shamar Stewart. The alleged rumor that he might just go back to Texas A&M because he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid, right? And it's like now you got guys who are going to come out second, third, fourth rounders. They're going to be shitload more money in college than they are in the NFL. It's when and where is that like healthy medium? Right? I think what Tanner's proposing here is how can he's trying to propose, I think, a healthy medium because I get what he's saying. If you as a program, right, you still have a job as a coach, as an athletic department, as a university to produce a program that wins and has tradition. And that is a part of what gets fans and students to come to that school and want to be a part of that. And if you can't produce a program, a winning tradition, it's going to be really hard to do that, right? Imagine Alabama all of a sudden is winning 2 games a year because they can't keep guys there. Will that happen? Hell no. But I'm saying I think they have to strike some type of balance because there is still more to it. Because, Iman, you make great points. Tanner, I think I see where you're coming from in terms of trying to find that balance. And unfortunately, I think this argument and this debate and this whole topic is in the hands of the wrong people.
100%. Sure.
And that is the NCAA board.
And that's where I agree with the mom.
Yeah, it's in the hands. Yeah, it's in the hands of the wrong people to figure this out. And there has to be some type of balance because it's going to go. I don't know I don't know how to solve it, but I think there's got to be, like Tanner said, maybe you get 2 transfers or 3 transfers, something, or maybe you got to play 2 seasons at a school and then you can transfer as many times as you want, right? There's just, I don't know what it is, but there's got to be something because, again, there's more to it in terms of the entire university and entire program that it can be damn near. Think about like 5 years on the road what this could evolve to if it doesn't stop at this pace. Like coaches aren't going to want to commit. They got to move their whole family sometimes too.
And Austin, they're starting, and I think it's going to get a little nasty because they're starting to offer kids as sophomores money. Because my nephew's the starting receiver at Western Michigan, so he's taken out of the family. He's the starting receiver at Western Michigan. So when he was going through his recruitment, I just think it's a nasty. And he played 2 years at VMI, then he transferred to Western Michigan. I just think when there's so much money involved, it's Wild Wild West. But I don't get money. I don't blame getting money. I just go get the money, and that's what he wasn't getting paid at VMI. So when Western Michigan offered him, Arkansas State offered him, we loved VMI because we know what it was going to do once he graduated. But
yeah,
I don't have to send him any more money.
VMI, I love it. I've been there. I worked with them. The one thing that I think is interesting too, and this is more of a fun question to ask, is what would have Cam Newton, Reggie Bush, Johnny Manziel, Tim Tebow gotten paid if they were playing today?
Oh,
$10 million.
Oh,
$10 million. Oh. The lowest. I think that's the lowest. Yeah, that's the lowest. $10 million at the lowest. Tebow would have probably been. He was huge.
But I think, hold on, devil's advocate, Iman, real quick, and then we can wrap this up. Is Tim Tebow ever Tim Tebow, and has Florida ever become what Florida became if with this NIL system? Is Tebow stay there? Does he ever build that tradition, that legacy, and what he became at Florida? Cam Newton, right? He bounced, right? He was somewhere else first.
Florida.
He was at Florida. Then he left.
Yeah, he was at Florida.
Yeah. Then he went to Blinn.
Does Tebow and that whole, that Florida, that era of Florida football was insane. We never get that if this existed then. That never happened.
Social media.
Imagine that early 1999 Miami Hurricanes football team.
Oof.
Ed Reed, Clinton Portis, not Greg Olson, but all those boys way back when. That team doesn't exist. That run never exists with this NIL thing. So I think to Tanner's point, like those teams and
that's
those
a good.
eras
That's a good one.
College,
that's a good one. I
they
thought
make
about
college
that.
football great. That's like some of the stuff that makes college football so damn fun and exciting, and just again the legacy, the tradition. That is what it's all about. That's what it's always been about. But that's what I'm saying. Because Iman, your point of like get the bag, get money. Like your future is not guaranteed. You could get hurt tomorrow and it's over, and you're done. And now you have
which those big time guys was getting it back then. I wasn't one of those guys.
Yeah. Hey, here's the table. Here's the money. Right under. Yeah. So I think it's never gonna. I don't have a lot of faith that the right people are in the place to get it right. But Tanner, great minute monologue. I think that's a hot start for the minute monologue segment. Hell of a job, brother. We'd love to see you back. Get in the Patreon. Let's chat in the Patreon. We'll get you the take token whenever you want to come back. Tanner, thanks for joining us this episode. Thanks for the trivia for the minute monologue. And we'll talk to you soon, man. Listen in next time.
I appreciate you guys. This was awesome. You guys are both incredible. Keep rolling.
Thanks, Tanner.
Awesome. Thanks, Tanner. All right, Iman, that's episode 2. Let's wrap it. Let's cut it. Episode 2.
Sounds good. Feeling? I'm feeling good, but you can't see it right now, so I'm like a duck. My feet is. I didn't like taking that loss in the trivia bag. No. I'm super competitive, Austin. Listen. I didn't take it well. Now I gotta wear my glasses next time so I can see a little bit better. Make sure my full screen's on because I didn't take that loss well. I'm calm on the outside, but underneath my feet is kind of like I'm bringing Tanner back. I gotta bring Tanner back for a rematch.
Hey, let's wrap up the episode. This breaking news really quick. Let's wrap it up, and maybe this help you out to our conversation about Cal Raleigh earlier. Cal Raleigh becomes the 33rd player ever with 50 home runs in a season. He gets number 50 to end the episode. Iman's 59 home run bet is coming. So congrats to Cal. Just big thumper continues to just slaughter baseballs. And he gets number 50 on the season. Let's wrap the episode there. Hey, Iman, another great one. We will see you all on Friday for the next episode of the most fan-involved sports coverage in the game, Chalk Talk Social. Safe.